Good day everyone! Today we will talk about the DOT, or also known as the Department of Tourism. First, let me explain what is DOT. According to Wikipedia, the Department of Tourism, or the Kagawaran ng Turismo, is the executive department of the Philippine government responsible for the regulation of the Philippine tourism industry and the promotion of the Philippines as a tourist destination.
And now, this is the history of the DOT, published by Teresa Orlina. In 1952, through the Republic Act No. 710, the Philippine Tourist and Travel Association, or PTTA, was created to bring together all the organizations and entities that cater to travel and tourism. Next, in 1956, through the RA 1478, the Board of Travel and Tourist Industry, or the BTTI, was created under the Department of Commerce and Industry, or DCI, to serve as the policy-making body for travel and tourism, while the PTTA became its implementing arm.
1973 Presidential Decree No. 189 gave birth to the Department of Tourism, or DOT, and the Philippine Tourism Authority, or PTA, as implementation arm for infrastructure and development. Presidential Decree No. 189 also reconstituted and attached the Civil Aeronautic Boards, or CAB, to the DOT. 1976, the Philippine Convention Bureau, or PCB, was created as the DOT's marketing arm for convention. Next is 1986, the Aquino administration sought to put more cohesiveness into function of the DOT.
In 1987, through Executive Order No. 120, the DOT was recognized as a primary government agency charged with the responsibility to encourage, promote, and develop tourism as a major socio-economic activity in the industry. In year 2003, the DOT initiated one of its most successful tourism promotion project, or also known as the Visit Philippines 2003, under Secretary Richard Gordon. The latest improvement in the tourism industry in the country came with the passage of Republic Act 9593, or also known as the Tourism Act of 2009.
And these are the laws that are related to the Department of Tourism according to Jarvis Starr. The Republic Act 7042, as amended by the Republic Act 8179 in March 25, 1996, also known as the Foreign Investment Act of 1991, provides for the policy that foreigners can now invest in all activities and enterprise in the Philippines. Foreign exchange. These are the instruments employed in making payments between countries using paper currency notes, checks, bills of exchange, electronic notification of international debits and credits.
Next, tourism projects under the Build, Operate, and Transfer Republic Act No. 6987, as amended by the Republic Act 7718, referred to as the BOT law, implements the declared policy of the state to recognize the indispensable role of the private sector as the main engine for the national growth and development, and provide the most appropriate, favorable incentive to mobilize the private resources for the purpose. Next is Article 1249, the Civil Code of the Philippines. The payment in the money shall be made in the currency stipulated. If it is not possible to deliver such currency, then in the currency which is legal tender in the Philippines.
Applicable, negotiable instrument, and document title. By way of instruction, the law applicable for the purpose of discussion of different negotiable instruments and documents of title in tourism investment are as follows. First is the Act 2031, or also known as the Negotiable Instrument Law. Second is the Presidential Decree No. 115, or the one who provides the regulation for the trust receipt transaction. And lastly, the Act 2137, or also known as the Warehouse Receipt Law.
Next is the Warehouse Receipt Law Act 2137, seeks to encourage transactions on negotiable warehouse receipts, which may only be issued by warehouseman who is engaged in the business of receiving the commodities on the deposit for storage.
And lastly, trust receipt. The trust receipt law, or the Presidential Decree No. 115, is a commercial document whereby the bank releases the goods in the possession of the entrustee but retains retains ownership thereof, while the interestee shall sell the goods and apply the proceeds for his full payments for his liability with the bank. Here are the past projects of the Department of Tourism according to Wikipedia. First is the Visit Island Philippines 1994. Second is the Miss Universe 1994, 43rd Miss Universe. Third is the Florikultura 1998 International Horticulture Exhibition. Number 4, Expo Filipino 1998, Philippine Centennial International Exposition. Number 5, 1998 Philippine Centennial Celebration.
Wow, or World of Wonders Philippines in 2002, Visit Philippines in 2003, Pilipinas Kay Ganda slogan and campaign in 2010, and It's More Fun in the Philippines in the year 2012.
Next, Visit the Philippines year 2015, Visit the Philippines Again year 2016, Miss Universe 2016 or the 65th Miss Universe, Boracay Rehabilitation in 2018, and 2019 Southeast Asian Games. And next is the reorganization of the DOT Executive Order Number 120 on January 30, 1987. Reorganization Act of the Ministry of Tourism reorganized the MOT and provided for a Department of Tourism under a presidential form of the government.
And lastly, here are the present programs and projects of the Department of Tourism according to gov.ph. First, the Department of Tourism stated 2 engagement meetings with the local tourism stakeholders on the World Travel and Tourism Council or WTTC's Stage Travel Stamp or step-by-step application procedures and requirements. Next, DOT Cloud Panda PH launches PHL Harvest e-commerce site. Online shoppers can now enjoy quality sealed, fresh and processed food selections and other essential all under one platform, which provides a seamless shopping experience for the customers.
DOT and FAO will team up for sustainable farm tourism in the Philippines. The Department of Tourism will team up with the Food and Agriculture Organization to promote farm tourism and help the country's tourism industry to recover from the COVID-19 pandemic.
DOT pledges to help Negros Occidental get ready for more domestic tourists. Bacolod City offers the successful reopening of Boracay Island to local tourists on October 2022. The DOT is now in talks with local government officials and tourism stakeholders of Negros Occidental to explore the reopening of the province to more domestic tours. DOT prepares local destinations, accommodations, establishments for WTTC's Safe Travel Stamp application.
This is the end of our discussion for today. We hope that you've learned something from us. Thank you for watching.
We are the students from the Department of Tourism and Hospitality Management.
Choose tourism!
Choose UE Manila.